Hey y'all, this is question 6 from your quiz 3 study guide. In this question, a ball is dropped off the side of a building and it takes the ball 3.2 seconds to hit the ground. In part A, we want to know what the distance to the ground is. And in part B, what is the final velocity of the ball as it strikes the ground? So again, first up, as always, we're going to figure out the variables we know. So ball's dropped off the side of the building and its time traveled is 3.2 seconds. So we know our time is 3.2 seconds. We know that anytime something is traveling in the vertical direction, our acceleration is due to gravity, and it's going to be negative 9.8 meters per second squared. And then we know if we're dropping something, we're just letting it go. So the initial velocity is 0 meters per second. Right? So then question A, we want to solve for distance. So I want a formula from my formula sheet. The one I'm going to pick includes time, acceleration, initial velocity, and it's got to include distance because that's what I want to solve for. So the one that works best is distance equals initial velocity times time plus 1/2 times acceleration times time squared. Now we can plug in what we know. We want to leave d as the letter because that's what we're solving for. Our initial velocity is 0 times 3.2 plus 1/2 times negative 9.8 times 3.2 squared, right? 0 times anything is 0, so we don't even have to bother with that. And then we can just type the rest of that into the calculator. And we're going to get a negative 50.2 in our calculator. And that is in meters because it is distance. And it is a negative answer because we are going in the negative direction. So if we're dropping this ball, it's falling to the ground. And going down is the negative direction, so we want that negative answer in there. If I asked and said what the height of the building was, then we would make this a positive 52, because when we're talking about the height of something, it's going to be a positive number. But that is the answer for part A. Now for part B, we can use that information if we needed to. And we want to know the final velocity, but I'm actually not going to use the distance in the formula I'm going to pick. I'm just going to pick the easy one of my final velocity equals my initial velocity plus my acceleration times time squared. So VF is going to equal 0 of my initial velocity plus negative 9.8 times my time of 3.2 seconds. So I only have to multiply that negative 9.8 and that 3.2. And when I do that, I am going to get an answer of a negative 31.36 meters per second for that final velocity, right? And again, it's negative because this ball is going in the negative direction, and that's what that negative is there for. If you think about it, up here at the top where the ball is dropped, it's starting at 0, and it's going in the negative direction, and it's going to end up going 31.36 meters per second in that negative direction. So it's sped up quite a bit as it's fallen to the ground. But anyway, that is your answers for question 6 from your quiz 3 study guide.